On this week's episode of For Real Friday, I want to talk about pools. This might seem like a random topic for the middle of January, but with the balmy 5-degree day we had yesterday, I was having flashes of winter being over and getting back into the warmer weather and dreaming of the days when we could entertain our kids in the pool. Pools have always been an interesting topic when it comes to their value and if you should or should not install them. But since COVID hit, honestly, pools are such a big deal. I think I've talked about pools more in the last 8 months than I have in like my first 10 years of real estate. So my answer whenever a client asks me if they should install a pool is usually, how long do you plan on staying in this house? Because pools can be a deal breaker for some buyers who really don't want the extra maintenance task. And pools also cost a lot of money to install. So if you don't plan on staying in your home, I often tell people to opt out of putting in a pool. But if you are in a home that you plan on staying in for a long time and your family wants a pool, then put one in. Just know when you go to sell, if we aren't in a market like the craziness we are seeing right now, it might eliminate some of your buying pool. See what I did there? Right now, if you are selling a house with a pool, people are flocking to it. Because if you want a pool, you literally cannot find a company to install one before the summer of 2022. All of the reputable quality pool companies have been completely bombarded and are now booking so far out. One of the only ways for you to get a pool this summer is for you to buy a house that already has one installed. As someone who owns a pool, I can tell you that it is a lot of work. So don't go into owning a home with a pool or installing a new one lightly. My husband will likely roll his eyes at this video because he does like 99% of the pool work, but I see how much work it is for him. And there is definitely a huge cost associated with running it and maintaining it. There are also new alternatives like swim spas that can allow you some of the perks of having a pool without the major renovations and costs associated with it. It's definitely not the same, but it could be a better fit for certain people as it can also be a hot tub, so it is an all-year type of product. The return on investment right now on a home with a pool is definitely greater than it's ever been, in my opinion. There are certain homes where adding a pool definitely makes sense for resale, especially a higher priced estate type home. Buyers tend to expect a pool in those. But for majority of other homes, I definitely think you need to consider the cost versus how long you plan to enjoy that pool investment.